and welcome to the Confessions of a Fitness Coach podcast show. I am your host, Danielle Collette. On today's episode, I talk a little bit about my journey with fitness and why I created a podcast, plus 5 fit tips you don't want to miss. Next. Hi there. Thanks for listening to my first ever episode. After you listen, I'd love for you to write a review about what you want to hear me talk about next. So my name is Danielle, and I'm from Tampa, Florida. Yes, Tampa, Florida, born and raised. Nobody ever believes me that I'm born and raised here. I'm a water baby. I love the ocean. I always tell people I'm a mermaid, actually, so I'm big into scuba diving. I actually used to volunteer dive at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. I used to clean dolphin tanks, shark tanks, turtle tanks. But currently, I am a fitness coach for a high-intensity interval training franchise with over 900 worldwide and growing. And I'm currently studying for my fitness nutrition specialization with NASM, which kind of sparked my interest to even start this podcast, or create it, I should say. My goal in starting this podcast, though, is to not only provide content to my friends and followers, but to also have a place for me to grow, learn, and to kind of just share with all of you guys. I plan on having some pretty awesome interviews with exceptional leaders in fitness, nutrition, and health industry. Just kind of like the badasses of our industry. Bring them on. Real content that you can learn and trust and grow from. Now that you know my plans, let's chat a little bit about my fitness journey and just kind of how I got to this place. So growing up, I kind of graduated high school and I didn't go to college. In high school, I kind of struggled with my grades. After high school, I kind of just started working at restaurants, bars, and I somehow ended up becoming a casino dealer at the casino in Tampa. And I spent 5 years as a dealer and a casino dealer, and 1 year as a table game supervisor, which kind of looks over the dealers or in charge of the dealers. And I was really, really miserable in that job. So I was kind of just taught to deal blackjack. And I actually taught myself to deal well over 15 or more games that we offered there at that casino. And I was really making really, really good money. But I didn't love what I did. Like, I wasn't passionate about dealing blackjack or 3-card poker 8 to 10 hours a day. You know, I actually got crew-saddled most of the time. I've had people put their hands on me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had my good days and I had some really cool people that I dealt with. I have some really, really crazy stories. I mean, I even kicked Lil Wayne out of a nightclub one time. But that's a different story for another podcast if you guys are ever interested in that. So other than that, a little before, like about a year before I quit the casino, I started to work out because I had started to gain weight because I was just kind of miserable what I did at work. And I've always been kind of an athletic build, so gaining the weight kind of made me feel like crap. So I was just drinking and eating like shit, so I gained about 20-something pounds. So I needed to get my ass in check. You know, I was happy in my life, but I just wasn't passionate about my life's work, so I knew I needed to do something. So the group fitness studio that I joined is the same place I work today, and I lost a little over 20 pounds in the course of a year, and in that journey I found my love and my passion for wanting to help. Everyone, I guess, kind of find the badassery within themselves because I felt like I really could just do anything. You know, I was running like I never ran before. I felt like I was really just kicking ass. And I was just super scared to leave the casino. I'd spent 11 years of my life working there, and it had always been my crutch. So even just the thought of possibly leaving to become a trainer was just so mind-blowing to me. So it was really, really scary. But I just, I started studying and training to become a certified personal trainer and a fitness coach. And I struggled in that course of time. I was struggling with my eating habits and, having a few cocktails at night after a long shift at the casino. But I was still continuing to work out about 5 times a week. But once I completed all of my training and my certification, I just kind of made the leap and put all of my eggs into the fitness coach basket. And I kind of just pointed out at the casino, meaning I just kept calling out of work till they just kind of quit letting me keep coming back in. They were really supportive of what I was doing because they knew I was super passionate about it. All my bosses and stuff at the casino. So they were really supportive, but they were just kind of, they had to let me go. I couldn't keep calling off of work. So I'm so glad that I kind of did though, because actually I'm really glad that I did because I've been able to learn from those people that I've been surrounded by and, just kind of really expand my knowledge in fitness and nutrition, especially with this course that I'm taking. And, from there, I learned to really practice better eating habits and just implement them into my daily lifestyle. And I really want to share that with you guys. So since I've became a fitness coach, I have met some really amazing people and I really want to share their stories. I have so many members who struggle with everything from MS, cancer, loss of loved ones, and just some really inspirational and motivational stuff that I think that is real and raw and stuff that you can relate to. So I think it's really, really important to share with you guys. Maybe it's something you can really hone in on and it maybe relates to your life and maybe it'll help you get your ass into gear too. Then maybe just show you that you're not the only one going through things and trying to, juggle all these things in life while still maintaining, a fit life and a healthy lifestyle. So let's get to those 5 fit tips that I told you I was going to give you guys today. So tip number 1, a goal board. A goal board is what I use to hold myself accountable. And what I did is I got a little marker board and colorful markers and I write about 10 daily goals to keep myself motivated and working towards. It can be, number 1, 4 to 5 times a week to work out, take 1 bad food a week away. I find it if you take all the bad things away and you just go straight diet, for me personally, it's just harder for me to stick to it. So I notice if I'm just taking 1 bad thing away at a time, I notice that I just start taking more and more away because it's just easier to do it something that's maintainable. Another one I wrote on there was take the dog on a run every day, cook at home more so I could spend less going out to eat, take care of my finances and stay on top of them, or take my supplements and don't forget to take them by leaving them in the cupboard, stay on track, stick to your goals. Those are just to name a few of my weekly ones. I also do about 10 monthly goals. Stuff that, you keep putting off, but you need to get done. Some of mine are planning for my Hawaii trip because me and my fiance we're eloping in Hawaii. So we really need to get on planning that. That's coming up in June. I also need to plan for this podcast, so future episodes. Or you could read 1 book a month or, clean the pool, take your dog for a run, or just little things, something to keep you focused and held accountable. Write it colorful and bold, something that you're going to look at it, somewhere you're going to see it every day and really get excited to cross shit off that list. But if you cross a few things off, make sure you write some new stuff in to keep you motivated and goal-oriented. Tip number 2 is a very important one. Drink more water, and I cannot stress this one enough. And I really do not understand how is drinking 5 glasses of wine or 5 shots achievable to people, but not 5 or more glasses of water a day. It increases your energy. It flushes out the toxins in your body. And, it also boosts the immune system and it improves the skin complexion too. So, enough said. Drink more water. Replace those terrible refined sugars in soda or fake juices and add more water and glow on with your bad self. Your face will look better. It makes you feel more full to meals. It really, really does. So just add more water. You'll notice that you'll start performing better. You'll feel more hydrated. You'll get more sleep and all that good stuff. Tip number 3 is stretching. Stretching is just so important and I cannot tell you enough. When you do not stretch, your muscles start to get really tight and they can shorten and it can create muscle damage or joint pain and it can even create strains in the muscle. So really I always tell people, lengthen your muscle and you will lengthen your life. You should be stretching 5 out of 7 days. I don't care if you have to throw on a YouTube yoga video. What I like to do is I really like to throw on my favorite YouTube channel for yoga is Boho Beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's awesome. She does yoga in these serene, beautiful places. And, I throw on a 15 to a 20-minute video, and it just kind of gives me the right frame of mind and gets my body stretched. And, you're able to function. It creates more range of motion. And if you're a person who sits down a majority of the time for work, and you're not moving a lot, you really need to stretch. It's more important for you. You'll notice more pains will start coming on, all those aches and pains that you start feeling. Especially a lot of my members come up to me that I know they don't stretch. I know they don't drink a lot of water. And, I ask them, they tell me, oh, this hurts, that hurts. Well, are you stretching? Are you drinking water? And their answer is always no. And my answer is always stretch, drink water. I mean, I can't say it enough. Tip number 4 is what I like to call the 80-20 rule. So basically, the quality of food that you're taking into your body is so important. So try to switch those white breads and pastas to organic and whole grain, and try to really make 80% of the foods that you're taking into your body be natural, organic, and nutrient-dense foods. And maybe around 20% of the foods that you intake be those refined or processed foods in moderation only if you must. Okay, really learn to portion control is so important. When your body's getting the nutrients that it needs, it's going to perform at its top rate. You're going to get more sleep. You're going to function better at work. You're going to function better during your workouts. Your body is just going to function better in general. If you're a woman and you got those hormones working and stuff, it's just going to help keep them a little bit more balanced. So portioning sizes, let's talk a little bit, ladies. The protein serving size should be about the size of your fist. And guys, it should be about 2 fists per serving sizes for the protein. Carbohydrates for the ladies should be about the size of your palm to a palm and a half, depending on how hard you work out. If you're somebody who does heavy cardio or lifts a lot, I definitely recommend about a palm to a palm and a half of nutrient-dense carbs to fuel that body. And fellas, about 2 palms to even 2.5 palms, depending on what you guys are doing as well. For serving size for my ladies for veggies, a palm, and fellas about 2 palms. And then the fat portioning per serving size, and we're talking about nutrient-dense fats, not saturated fats, not bad saturated fats, because there are some good saturated fats. But, I'm not talking about, McDonald's and stuff here, guys. I'm talking about almonds and things that are healthy. Avocado fat is good fat. So portioning for that, ladies, about the size of your thumb. Fellows, about 2 thumbs is about a good portion size for serving. And really focusing on that quality and the quantity, you will see a difference of the foods that you're eating and the way that your body is functioning. So making sure that they are packed with the nutrients that your body needs to stay fueled throughout that day. Tip number 5, if the scale or the numbers mess with your head in any sort of way, guys, then you need to start training your damn mind to stop letting that scale ruin or slow your journey down, because muscle is so more far dense. Is that even a word? It's so far dense than fat. And if you're working out and you were burning fat, but you weren't seeing the scale budge, or you just keep fluctuating in water weight, then just be patient and know that you are burning fat. And that you are gaining lean muscle that burns the fat, which is the whole freaking point of the entire process, right? So, it's a slow process. So don't try to cut corners or get defeated because it's not happening fast enough for you. I really dare you to Google what 5 pounds of fat compared to 5 pounds of lean muscle looks like. Maybe it'll put it in perspective, just how really hard you are working out or how hard you are putting in that work, and that numbers, they don't always matter on the scale during your journey. Your hard work and determinations towards that end goal is what you need to focus on. Your brain is a muscle that you can also strength train as well. So stop letting that scale control your brain or psych you out from the effort that you are putting in, and honor your hustle and just keep going. Or else you're going to have fun starting over and over and over again, right back where you are, right back at the top. And, you can totally do this. You just have to stop getting in your own way. And I cannot stress that enough. Hide the scale from yourself if you have to. Toss it out the damn window. I don't care. Stop letting that number control you. That's not the point. The point isn't the fact that you lost 5 pounds. The point is that how are you feeling? How are those clothes feeling? Take pictures before and after. Maybe go get one of those body scans that tells you your body fat percentages and all that. Or you can even, use measuring tape, body measuring tape, and take your own measurements. Or just go based off how your clothes are feeling, or take before and afters in the mirror. So I know I told you I was only going to give you 5 tips, but I added a 6th one. I'm going to be a little extra. I like to be extra. So here's a bonus because I think it's important as F. There is no magic pill, tea, or wrap that is going to make you skinny or burn fat to get you where you want to be. And I do not care how many commercials that are telling you it's possible or whatever kind of bullshit the media is trying to push on you to buy. What I can tell you is that consistency is what is going to get you where you want to be. So stop trying to cut corners. Nutrition is the most important key factor in hitting your goals. And when you learn to get out of your own way, you will be so surprised of how easy it is to implement those healthier eating habits and portioning sizes to really see the results that you've been dying for. So, there you have it. 6 tips to get started on right now. You could put on the path to hit those fitness and nutrition goals. I have some amazing guests planned for the show, and I cannot wait to share more knowledge bombs with you guys. But please, if you enjoyed the show, leave me a review on any questions or anything you want to hear me talk about on my next show. And thanks for tuning in, guys, on my very first episode of Confessions of a Fitness Coach. I'm your host, Danielle Collette, and I will see you next week. We're talking to Simon Mitchell from my favorite podcast, Mind, Muscle, Meal Prep. He's my favorite because he's so legit. Like, he just tells you how it is. He's from the UK. He's got a cool accent, so you guys will really love him. He's taking on questions that my members are asking at my studio, so stay tuned for that one. And if you want to follow me, guys, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me at Danielle Collette, 2 L's, 2 T's. Coach Danielle Collette, you can find me too. So thank you so much for listening in, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.